This scene will act as a placeholder for the actual game scene, and it's not important for this part of the tutorial. So we need a new scene, and as you can see, I have already imported a background. Okay, so first of all we create image here, but before we begin we go to canvas and we change the UA scale mode from constant to scale with screen size, and as a reference resolution we'll put HD, so 1920 by 1080, however it's to your liking. And then we go to image, we set it to the middle and make it stretch. We choose the sprite we have imported, and as a matter of fact it is quite stretched to the sides, however it's not important to this particular scenario, so we'll leave it like this. That's it when it comes to background image. Now what we want to do is we want to create a text mesh pro. We want it to be about here, so we'll change it to game title, the name to game title, and let's position it from the top. So we press shift and choose center top, then position, we'll put -100. We change the font to Electronic Highway and the text to game title. We want it to be aligned to center. Wrapping is needless, maybe -200, and then we increase the font. Let's put 80 or even 100. Let's put 100. Okay, now we can choose the color, which is not something that's particularly important. However, you can choose it to your liking. Of course, the game title, this is a placeholder as the background image, as the buttons I will show you, so it's to your liking. You can change the font, you can change the name, obviously, or you can import some sprite here and put the game title as an image, or you can incorporate it into the background image as well. Without more chit chat, let's go and create some buttons. So we create button text mesh pro. We move it to center by resetting the position. As a matter of fact, I don't want the image renderer, so this button outline. I want the text to be animated. So first of all, we need to change the text color to white. We change the text to start game, for example. We can change the font to Roboto Bold. Let's make it bigger, like 60 or like 40, and no wrapping. Let's move the button up, and right now here in button, in target graphics, we need to choose this text. So we put this text mesh pro. So right now when we've got normal color, we choose some color. Oh, let's choose white for the normal. For highlighted, let's choose this one. For press, let's choose the sky. For selected, we don't need it because we will choose the automate navigation to none, so the selected will not be used. And when we run, we can see that whenever you hover your mouse over the button, it changes the color of the text, so there's no outline, no rectangle button. We'll copy this one and paste it. Also in the canvas, we change the name to exit, and we move the position to -50, -100. Yes. And right now we've got two separate buttons. So when you run the game, you can see that you can choose either start a game or exit. One more thing to do is we want to have these buttons do something. So in order to do that, we'll create a game object, empty, call it game manager, and here we'll add a script, and we'll call this script main menu logic. We open the script, and we don't need those, we just need two methods. We'll call public void launch game and another method public void exit game. Here in exit game we'll go and call application dot quit, and that's really it. However, in launch game we need to use something called scene manager. We have to import it. Okay, so now it's imported, and here we call method load scene. We can either pass an integer of the scene number, which I don't really like to do. I would rather use the scene name, because I remember the scene name, which was game scene. Sorry, game scene has no space. We return to Unity, and here in the button, in the onClick method, we press plus, and here we have to choose from the scene our game manager, and here we choose main menu logic and launch game. The same applies to exit, but here we choose main menu logic and exit game method. One more thing, because when you run the application or game and you want to start, you'll receive an error saying it couldn't be loaded because it's not added to the build settings. So we go to File, Build Settings, and here we see there are no scenes added. So you've got to add those two scenes. So first game scene and the main menu scene. As you can see, those are the integers that you can also apply and add as an argument to the function. So right now, when we run the game and run the main menu scene and choose start game, our game scene is loaded. As you can see, game scene is already loaded. And right now, while we are still in the build settings, we need to choose the main menu as the first one. We can build and run the game. We choose some new folder, doesn't matter. We wait for the game to build, and now we can see our very simple game launches, and it launches the main menu scene as first. And right now you can either choose start a game. When you hover the mouse pointer over the buttons, they change the color. When you choose start game, you will launch the game scene, but when you choose exit, it exits as intended. Thank you guys for watching. In this very basic main menu tutorial, I've shown you how to implement your own main menu in a simple way. You can also adjust a lot of things. You can add background music, you can add more animations, you can add own pictures, more buttons, more functionality to it. So it's a good starting point for your very own project. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video.